Hello fellow gear horse. Today I have the UF Pro Striker XT Combat Pant Generation 2. If you're not familiar with UF Pro, they are a Slovenian company and they make really damn good uniforms. Nothing like just another combat pant with knee pads and extra pockets, whatever. These clothes, their apparel is very well thought out and designed from top to bottom with everything having a purpose. Definitely check them out. Let's get into the pants. Let's go ahead and start with the bottom here. Work our way up on the legs, on the very bottom of the legs, on the cuffs. Instead of having a simple drawstring where you put a knot in like the classic BDUs, there is actually you just pull on the elastic there. So it's kind of an integrated elastic shock cord with a cord lock. So no knots you have to undo, and if you get too tight of a knot, you have to go in there and pick it out. Really easy to work with there. The side also does open up there and expand. So if you got a bigger boot, if you're putting it over waterproof boots or whatnot, it expands really easily, just like that. Very nice feature there. No hook and loop flap that you have to open up and retighten, so you can actually even just do about 2-3 inches up if you wanted to. And you get that on both sides. Bottom of the ankle, or below the ankle, I'd say, you have these two zip pockets. This is featured on both sides there. A little grommet there, and there's a bit of a gusset here, so you can see the pocket expands. And actually, you can pull on this. You can pull from the inside, or you can actually pull in here. There's actually the pull cord to adjust the ankle. So either if you want to do that or go from the inside, it doesn't really matter. And then to release, you can actually just squeeze that there and open that up. So there's actually a little compartment there where the cord lock goes, but depending what you're doing, you may just want to go from the inside, or if you don't want to unzip that, if you have something in there, you can go from there as well. Moving up here, you notice this texture difference. This is a ripstop material, just like the classic BDU, and then these portions here, you can see it's a little bit different in color and texture. This is a stretch fabric, which you see in a lot of clothing now, which I absolutely love this fabric. I mean, I would love to put it pretty much on everything. So basically what that allows is it gives it some give, so the pant doesn't want to pull up or down. It actually will just flex, especially around here on your knees. So you get that here and throughout the pant as well. Showing you the knees here. There's a couple things going on here. So this opens up here for your hard pads, which I'll show you in a minute. And the hard pads just go right in there. And you can access that both ways. Now this top layer of where the hard pad goes, it is actually slightly padded already, so not too much and not too little, so you do have a little bit of protection without any additional pads, which is nice. You can also open up this pocket and toss in a bigger pad as well, so if you want more protection around the knees, you do have that as well. Notice the inside here, there is that breathable mesh that they love to use, which is used quite a bit on their combat shirt as well. That's a nice feature. I do like that. It makes it very breathable, especially around the knees where it gets pretty damn hot and sweaty, especially if you're doing a lot of running and moving around. Alright, moving up on the side of the leg, this is where the side cargo pocket is. There you are. You have the big pocket here. Notice the grommet for drainage. It's kind of the standard feature on big pouches, backpacks, and pockets. Nice big pocket, and you can see with the pleat it'll expand outwards, so this does get pretty damn big right there. On the inside there are no internal pockets. Well, there is one on the inside. Everything's so color matching when it's hard to actually spot all these pockets, especially in a combat pant. There's a million pockets in here, and there's pocket there. I'm going to pull that out. There you go, big enough for a GPS unit or a similar device, and it actually fits a full-size iPhone as well in there. Yeah, it'll fit in there. And then on the outside of that, you have this pocket here as well. And for size, again, here's a full-size iPhone with a medium thickness Magpul case. Fits in pretty much perfect. And then behind this little cover here, and when this pocket expands out, here's a pen pocket there for a Sharpie or a similar size marker. And on top of that, there's another zip pocket here, and this guy actually allows you to access the cargo pocket from the side. So if you're sitting down in a vehicle, it may be a little bit more difficult to get into the top of the cargo pocket, so you do have a side zip as well. So if your leg is up like this in the vehicle, you can actually just zip down and get into through its side. Pretty smart. If you've ever been sitting down in a vehicle and you try to get it into your cargo pocket, it might be a little bit difficult to do. So that is pretty damn nice. I do like that feature. Inside this pocket here, it actually is also sized for an M4 mag, and integrated in here is actually a little flap that you can rig up as a little flap for your magazine as well. And you get that on both sides, and it is removable as well if you don't want to use it. On the front here of the pant, go ahead and fold that up. On the front of the pant, you do also have these two slash pockets, ideal for a flashlight or multi-tool there. Notice the reinforced stitching around the sides, and the stitching on these pants are great. Everything is reinforced where it should be. Double stitching all over the edges to prevent blowouts. Moving to the hand pockets, you can see here it's pretty good size. My finger ends right there, and right here. The opening is pretty big, although it kind of goes from here straight down, so it has a visual. It looks like it's a bigger pocket than it actually is, but it's a fairly good portion. No complaints there. No reinforced knife compartment there, but I figure they kind of want you to put your knife or tool here versus there, which does actually be a perfect compartment for. So grab my knife here. It's a little too big, this being the beast of a ZT, but it actually fits in there pretty well. It's a little difficult to put in initially, but so she said, and it'll fit in there just like that. So knife pocket, multi-tool, flashlight, keep it in the front versus on the side here. On the opening flap for the waist, they opted, instead of a hook and loop or a button, they actually went with snaps. And they're YKK snaps, so quality raw material. So snap, zip, and this is almost like a dress pant type of little keeper there. So you got to put the pant on. Let me show you that on camera, and that slides into place. snap, and you get your zipper, so you kind of have a safety there to go with it. These belt loops are definitely nothing I've seen before anywhere. So traditionally it's a permanent belt loop on your pant. This one actually unsnaps open on the very top. So there's, if you notice, there's actually two belt loops, a bottom and a top. So if you want to have multiple belts, your rigger's belt, and then have a duty belt on top of there where you can actually retain this in there, that is also an option. You can also use this for suspender system as well by snapping that like so. And UF Pro did opt for an elastic waistband. Personally, I don't really love elastic waistbands. I much rather just have a actual 34 to 34 kind of size, but it's a pretty popular thing to have, especially if you want to wear under layers to go with the pant, and it gives you a little flexibility, but that's just a personal preference. But anyway, so you can see there it expands about, I want to say that's maybe even almost 2 inches, inch and a half of expansion there. And that also allows, if you want to, when you're moving around, your pant has a little give versus being stiff, which is a nice thing to have depending on what you're going to be doing. These snaps on the belt loops are actually all the way around on all the belt loops are like that. You can see the front and the back and the sides. So let's get into the, well, actually one thing I want to show you here on the front. Notice here there's extra material and the crotch and everything here is reinforced. You see, kind of see like that triangle shape there on the pant, and notice the round edge there for the button makes it, gives it a nice styling as well as being functionally reinforced. So on the back of the pant, there's that stretch fabric again. They have it here where your butt crack is, and here on the buttock area. So some other companies only typically use it here. So when you sit down or bend over, take a knee, go prone, whatever, this part flexes. So what they did is actually integrated more in the buttocks as well, so the whole thing flexes. If you look at that, that's a whole lot of flex, ladies and gentlemen. So that's a pretty nice feature. It gives a pant a lot of mobility. So it's not even just for bending over, but just when you're moving around, everything is constantly flexing. So if you have a t-shirt or jacket that's kind of a stiff fabric, it does not move well at all. So having that on the pant is, whenever you move your legs, thighs, calves, ankles, whatever, everything needs to flex. So this having here around your butt and your thighs is really nice, and it gives you a whole lot of flex. And I haven't seen this with any other manufacturer, so that's pretty nice. Back hand pockets, pretty large. You can see my finger is here, here, and here. Zip closure in both. Really love that material. And the very top here, you can see a little split. It looks cool, and it's the ripstop fabric, but it's a couple layers in there, so it's reinforced and it's a little heavier than just one layer, so it gives a nice rigidity to your belt. And notice too, when you put the pants sideways, notice how much more the back, how higher it is to cover up that butt crack of yours there, and so you can kind of bend over without having any exposure. And that combined with the flex should be good to go if you have a serious ass crack problem. So you see here the crotch area of the pant. Flex fabric on the butt, and they actually even have some on the bottom of the pant. You can see that right there in the very bottom and the butt. That's a whole lot of flex. I mean, you look at that, you should have no problems with blowing anything out in these pants. Everything is very well thought out there and reinforced stitching. So opening these guys up, and real quick too, if you didn't notice that before, there actually is a dual zip there. So if you guys zip down, or if you actually don't want to open this up, whatever's easier for you, you can zip up or down if you gotta go get some access. So let's actually get into the pant now. On the inside, let me turn one of the legs inside out. So you can see that jersey fabric there for behind your knees where it gets really hot. Very breathable. There's a little contraption they did here for the cuff of the ankle. Your standard pockets. Let's go ahead and both sides. So there's your label, UF Pro, size. You can put your name in there if you want to. Care instructions, pretty straightforward. Now the fit of these pants, they're just like their top. It's a athletic cut, so it's meant to be a little more high-waisted. So if you're gonna wear them a little bit lower, or if you want a little breathing room, I would recommend sizing up. If you like aggressive, more of aggressive fit, and remember these are pretty flexible. There's a lot of stretch going on here. So if you like a good, snug, mobile, athletic fit, then get your true to size. But if you want something a little bit looser, a little bit more breathing room in there, then you may want to size up. But you should be fine going either way. Now let me go and show you the knee pads here. So you actually have two options. Similar to the combat shirt, there's a memory foam knee pad insert here. It's pretty thick, so it's pretty dang puncture resistant, not proof. Combined with all the extra layers here, it's pretty nice. I mean, look at that. First, just like a cheap foam. This is a memory foam, like a mattress. So if I fold that and let go, it slowly goes back into place, and it's pretty thick. So that's a good amount of foam there. And this is their hard insert. You can see the UF Pro, and this is definitely way more puncture resistant because this is like a hard plastic. So this guy would actually go here. So you go ahead and open that up, and you slide that just like so. And then that would go in there. Now again, this pad here, there already is some padding here. So hard pad combined with that pad should be pretty comfortable. But if you want a little more, be doing something a little more adventurous, go ahead and unzip that pocket. You take your pad and just drop that right in. So very easy to do. And you got some serious reinforcement. This knee it's ready for war. Pad covers the entire knee, and then you have that harder shell plastic there, polymer, and you got some serious protection. You're ready to take some major league hits to the knee. Let me go ahead and put that one in as well. So very, very high-end pant. Probably not familiar with UF Pro as much if you're in the States. They're more popular in Europe. It's a very nice product, and they really give some of the manufacturers here in the US doing combat apparel a run for their money. Very well thought out, very well made product. It's not just another combat pant in the market, kind of stealing and copying the same designs. This is a fresh, new ideas going into these pants, and it definitely shows. I was pretty blown away when I got them. Definitely did not expect this much out of it, and I'm really impressed. So they have a full line catalog of combat shirts, range apparel. If you don't need a more crazy combat pant, if you need something more for patrol or light duty, then they do have some more basic, less features going on in the pant, but the same construction and some good features as well. Again, this has been the UF Pro XT Combat Pant Generation 2. This is their brown gray color, is what they call it. It's like a faded green olive drab. So in the US, we would call this more of a Ranger green. So if you're not sure what the brown gray is, it actually is like a Ranger green, which Ranger green is kind of like an olive drab that's really faded. So it has that brown hue to it. So Ranger green is what I would actually call it myself. Very nice pant, and I really dig them. Again, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your grandma, leave a comment, and we'll do our best to get back to you. Shoot us an email if you got any questions, if you have recommendations, or if you want us to look at something else, we will do that. Until next time.